Mail-in ballots. Many people wondering if they're going to be counted if they arrive after Election Day. Thanks for joining us at 5. As of now, the U.S. Supreme Court says they can be counted in Pennsylvania, but the court is reserving the right to take up the question after next Tuesday.
And that sets up the possibility that the court will decide who wins the state. Could this be a replay of the 2000 election when the court decided who won the presidency? KDKA investigator Andy Sheehan joins us live with the answer. Andy?
20 years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that George Bush won the state of Florida and thus the presidency. This year, it appears Pennsylvania is on track to becoming the next Florida. Those of us old enough will remember the days of the hanging chads and the Florida election workers physically examining paper ballots in the 2000 race between George Bush and Al Gore. In a controversial decision, the U.S. Supreme Court decided the presidency.
The last thing anybody here in Pennsylvania wants to be known as is Florida in 2000.
But if the race is close this year, the court may decide the winner here. At issue is whether postmarked ballots received up to 3 days after the election can be counted. The state Supreme Court said yes, but the U.S. Supreme Court could still decide to disallow them. Allegheny County Republican Elections Board member Sam DeMarco hopes the High Court will.
There has to be some sort of deadline. So I do support the Republican challenge to this, and I hope that the U.S. Supreme Court does take a look at this post-election and does something to address it.
3 justices, including Samuel Alito, indicated the court should hear the case. In his opinion, Alito wrote the Pennsylvania election will take place, quote, under a cloud, and that the state court erred in allowing the extension. Quote, that question has national importance, and there is a strong likelihood the state Supreme Court decision violates the federal Constitution.
We're going to segregate each day separately.
And so, anticipating a court challenge, County Elections Bureau, like Allegheny County, will now segregate and set aside those ballots until a decision is rendered. PA Secretary of State Kathy Boockvar says it's unclear if those votes will ultimately count.
I mean, they'll be counted. The question is whether they'll count towards the total depending on any future litigation.
Now, here at the Allegheny County Vote Processing Warehouse, they will be segregating those ballots as they come in after the election.